and welcome to my channel. My name is Sylvia, and today I'm going to show you how to make this Christmas card. Now, if you're new to my channel, if you're into art and craft and want to learn everything there's to know about it, feel free to hit the subscribe button and the bell notification so you get notified when I put videos up. Now, the first thing that you're going to need is an A4 size cardstock and fold it in half, and another piece of white cardstock that I just cut down to size, and then I just drew a line around to create a border, and you'll see later why. And here's just a little printout that I've done on cardstock, and I'll get into that side of things while the video is playing. Now, you're going to need some double-sided tape, some mounting tape or foam tape, compass. If you haven't got a compass, just use anything that's round and just trace around it. And you need gel pens and some watercolor pencils. And of course, you know, some paint brushes or and water, of course. Now here I'm just drawing some lines to indicate some wood panels, because this part of the card is going to represent the door. Okay, and here I'm just quickly sketching in a little doorknob, and then we're going to put a circle onto the card which measures 3 centimeters, which is, you know, a nice little size. So because we sort of want that to be our focal point, so we want to make sure it's reasonably big. And now I'm just sketching in some flowers. Now you can sketch in any sort of flower in whatever color you like. I'm using red because I'm trying to keep the theme with red and green. Yes, I'll be using other colors as well, but the main colors are going to be red and green. So coming back to the Happy Holiday piece that I've printed out. Now, some of you might not realize, but most printers, if you go into the properties, you will find you can actually select thick paper. Okay, and by selecting thick paper, your printer has actually got another section at the back of it where you can feed paper through, and that's where you actually feed the paper through. So check out your printer, because as I say, most printers these days do have that available to you. So you can put cardstock through, you can put watercolor paper through. Handy to know if you just want to print, you know, something onto watercolor paper or cardstock, you can do so. And here I'm just quickly sketching in some holly leaves, of course. I mean, we are doing a wreath, so you know, got to have the festive things in there too. So, and I hope your week has been better than mine. Mine's been absolutely crazy. Here I'm just putting in the berries. Got to put the berries in, of course. And and now I'm just sort of colouring in the circle that we did put in. So I'm just, you know, putting the lines in green, and I'm also putting in the those what are those, the veins. Sorry, I'm having a blank moment. It's Friday, what can I say? And then I'm going to start going in with other shades of red into the flower. You know, start building up my layers slowly. And these aren't going to be the final layers. We're actually going to end up putting more in after. And yeah, so if you want to see more videos like this, leave a comment below and let me know what sort of cards you want me to make, or if there's something else that you want me to make, leave a comment below. I'm happy for any suggestions. It'll definitely help me out, because this time of the year my brain's a little bit fried with everything that's going on, so I'm starting to run out of ideas. So, you know, your help is very much appreciated. Now, I was doing the center of the flowers with some yellow, and very shortly I'm actually going to go around the yellow with some purple. You know, it's basically like the petals from the flowers close to the center of the flower. You know, make it a little bit darker, so I'm actually just going to use some purple, which I'm doing right here, right now. Gee, I think I've done this voiceover once too often today. And yeah, I do apologise about the quality of the voiceover. Excuse me. Not only am I losing my voice at the moment, but unfortunately it's something that I can't fix right this very minute. I actually have to go and purchase some gear in order to fix the issue. So until I can, we're just going to have to put up with the poor quality of recording, and I feel so bad about it, because, you know, I want to make sure you have a pleasant experience and not have all this horrid noise in the background. Like, ugh. When I play it back, I just go, whoa. So hopefully the next video I'll be doing while I'm recording, and as long as I can keep the video reasonably short. So unfortunately this video, because of all the details going into it, it took me quite some time to put it together. If you actually do want to see the full version of this, I will be putting it up onto my Patreon account, and I'll leave a link for it down below. So yeah, and that's where you hear me explain things properly in there as well, and the video's slowed down and I'm actually talking while I'm doing the video. And basically, yeah, I've just done all the greenery side of things for the wreath to show that, and my eyes are stinging right now, so I'm not seeing too well. And I'm just going in with a bit of yellow as well, just to brighten it up a little bit. And then we're going to go in with some water and a brush and start wetting it down. Now what I'm actually doing is, on the edges, I'm actually sort of going further than what I've done the pencils, just to fade it out a little bit. So I sort of find it sort of makes it look a little bit nicer. And first I'm doing around the wreath and not touching the holy leaves and the flower. I'm sort of keeping it till a little bit further, like I think right about now. Oh, hang on, I've got to put my glasses back on. Yeah, and I'm actually going straight back in while it's wet with my colour pencils, just to put a bit more colour into it, and it gives it that little bit more depth. So worth something noting. You know, you're not going to damage your watercolour pencils or anything like that, so, but it's a good technique to use when you're sort of having a little bit of trouble to get the effect that you want. And using a paper towel to sort of pat it down, like you just pat down and you sort of take some of the colour out. If it if you sort of made a little bit of a mistake or it didn't come out exactly the way you wanted it, you can lighten it that way a little bit. And now I'm just going in doing the holy leaves, and I'll be doing the berries as well. So yeah, and yeah, going in with a lighter green, and you know, just trying to brighten it up a little bit. So, oh, now I know why my eyes are so stingy. My glasses are filthy. Oh dear. Okay, so now I'm going in with a green gel pen on the holy leaves, just to give it a little bit of a sparkle and help them stand out a little bit. And later on I'll actually be going in with the green glitter gel pen as well. So, and now I'm just picking out a red gel glitter glitter gel pen and just going around the petals of the flower. Which I actually did quite quickly too, so yeehaw. But with the flowers, we're actually going in with other colours as well. So, like here I'm using a little bit of that same red in the berries, but I'm only covering like half of the berry, just around the edge. And here I'm going in with some purple glitter, again gel pen. And sometimes, you know, you might find that your gel pen sort of clogs up a little bit. Just wipe it on a paper towel like you've seen me do just before, and that usually helps it along. And now I'm going in with a bright yellow, also the glitter pen. Basically I'm using mainly glitter pens, and then I'm going in with like a golden glitter pen, just to make it a little bit darker further on the edge of where I put the yellow. And now I'm going in with a different color of red on the berries, just to sort of brighten them up a bit. And then I'm going in, it's sort of like a peachy color, and I'm sort of putting a little bit in the center of the berries. And next we're going to do the actual door, and what you'll need is 3 different colors of brown. I can't remember exactly which colors I used, but one is like a light brown, which I'm using there. The other one is like a medium, but if I remember right, it had a bit of red in it as well. And you're just gonna, you know, go along the edges and with the medium one, which I'm doing right now, I think. Or did I do the darker one? I can't tell. I've actually got it playing very small on my screen, and I can't bring it up bigger. But basically, you go in with your medium, and you only go about halfway, and then you use your dark brown around the edges, and you sort of come out a little bit, so that when we put the go over it with the paintbrush, you end up getting the depth of the wood panels, and it'll, you know, sort of blend in quite nicely as well. And here we're going in with the paintbrush, and I was just using a flat paintbrush, so, and yeah, just go in with it. And I'm just quickly showing you with the round brush that I've got here, water brush. I just did the doorknob. So, and then I'm telling you here right now that I'm going to be colouring in the little tag as well, which is going to be half green, half red. And I used the medium and darker brown on the edge of the card, but I also used some red in there, okay, just to change the color a little bit so that it definitely looks like it's like a, you know, your door frame sort of thing. And really I shouldn't have done it all four sides. I should have left the bottom one and put a different color in there, but I didn't. My bad, never mind. Now here I'm just going in with the green glitter pen again, just adding a little bit of glitter to the wreath itself. Wreath, I don't know. That's where English, being my second language, has a barrier for me here. Certain things I sort of forget how to pronounce it, and I've been in Australia for way over 30 years now, so, and I still get it wrong. Pretty sad, really. And now I'm just taking off the double-sided tape and sticking it down. Yee-haw. Boy, oh boy, my voice. And now I'm just going in with the green glitter pen and just going around the edges where the green is, and then I'm going on the other side with the red. So you've got red at the top and green down the bottom. And then I decided I was going to put some glitter into the writing as well. And what I did was every second letter I used red, and then every other second letter I was using the green. So really, I ended up thinking about it afterwards, and I thought, why didn't I just use my glitter glue? That would have stood out more. So something worth noting, something worth trying. You know, I might actually do that in a different card. Might sort of use the glitter glue instead and see how that turns out. You know, it's worth experimenting sometimes, you know, see what works, what doesn't work. So now I'm actually going in with silver metallic and just putting a little bit of shading at the bottom of all the writing. Now I'm not sure if you saw that, and I actually used the mounting tape on this one so it would stand up a little bit more, and we're just going to stick that down, and then we're going to do a little bit of highlighting with a white pen. So yeah, just to define it a little bit more. So now I do hope you enjoyed this video. Again, I do apologize for the voiceover quality. I will do something about it as soon as I can, and in the meantime I will try and just do quicker videos, so which doesn't always work. So, but anyhow, I hope you give us a thumbs up, and if you haven't done so already, make sure you subscribe and hit the bell notification. Now I will be starting to do some sketching tutorials as well soon. I just got to sort of find the time, because those are time consuming, so those will be voiceovers, unfortunately. So hope you like this card, and hope you have an awesome weekend and a great week, and I will catch you guys next week. Bye for now.